Good morning, everyone, and hello, world, and I'm back. And this is a quick tomato for the morning. So I'm just not gonna. I'm just gonna get right to it. Let me get the focus list. Okay, I got a few things going here. So today's task is to show break timer on top during break, especially when it's overdue. So that means, well, you'll see what that means. So I'm just gonna say show a separate break timer window. And I'm gonna get that started, hide it. Let's build the tomato app. So here's what I'm talking about. If I'm running, okay, I'm gonna set the break now. Let me fix the timer state. Let me do the hack where each tomato is 25 seconds. And you can see I added ads without you. This is just I'm trying to see what will that look like. It's not final. Okay, so now we're getting to a break. What I'm trying to do is, if I'm running, whoa, okay, they're not automatic. Let me start the break manually. So now if I'm running the break and I hide the main window, I want to see a little timer somewhere in the corner reminding me that my break time is ticking. And if the break is over, I want to see the time go up to remind me to get back to work. Okay, so now, first thing I'm going to do is just change this break timer to a little longer so that I can actually see it. I'm going to change Pomodoro to 5 seconds. Let me see if break timer increased. Good. Nope, not it. Good now. I knew it would happen. So I'm going to test with this UI. I'm going to hide the main window. And I'm going to watch if I'm gonna make another window with timer on top. But first thing what I need to do is find out how do I NS window detect closing, something like that. See how easy it is when you have Google. Let me check something real quick. I'm just making sure my audio is still working. Okay, we get a notification. That's one way to do it. Then we also have a delegate. So I think I can do delegate. Now it would be time to turn my timer window into timer window controller. But let me, I don't know, should I do that maybe? Would probably help. And then in the controller I could do the detection and all that stuff. Or I could just subclass the window. Okay, for now, let's just do the easy thing. NS window, I will refactor if there's time left, but there won't be. I'm trying to implement this in 25 minutes, so I'll refactor some other time. Create timer window, and here, as I do it, let's set a delegate to self. Okay. So this is actually gone now. We don't need that. We can clean up a little bit. And status item that's needed. This is like this status item stuff. Let's mark it. And let's create a new section here called timer window delegate. So window will close. Timer window closing. And let's do func window open. What can I do with window? Did become key. Yeah. Although I don't really need, key window, that's the question exactly. Timer window became key. And let's get another one. Window did. And there's got to be something like resigned key. Exactly. So let's do timer window resigned key. And let's run that. So let's see those notifications. There isn't one right now. Now it resigned. Now it became resigned. Became. So what I'm gonna do with these notifications, so I don't need the close notification, just that key thing. So what I'm gonna do with these notifications is I need to track, I think I'll add it to timer state. I need to track the state of this somewhere. Well, why isn't this opening here? Timer state, open on the right. Okay. Good. So timer state. So now I'm thinking, should I track it in my timer state? Why can I? Hold on. Code folding ribbon. Like, no. I just want to like hide this enum. You should be able to do that. It's called code folding, right? What is? Oh, okay. Okay, so hide that. Hide that. I don't need it right now. So timer state. So maybe I'm gonna do another published var. And it's gonna say something like is timer window visible. By default, probably true. And now let's go back to delegate and do that became key and resign key. So timer state that is timer window visible equals true. Or should I call it key? Maybe that's like, because it can be visible. So here's the deal. If it's visible and you can still see it, but it's not key, should we display the timer? We'll deal with that later. That's not a huge deal. But let's call this key, because that's the accurate description of what's going on here. Okay, so became key, resign key, we're updating this variable. That means now we should be able to inspect that in our SwiftUI view. But okay, so now models, views. So let's do like another group here called kind of like small timer. We'll call it small timer. And here I'm gonna go with a window controller. I wonder, can you do that? You can't. Okay, that's fine. We'll create window controller here. It's gonna be called small timer window controller, because I wanna like manage it. I wanna manage its hiding and showing in its own controller. So class small timer window controller extends from ns window controller, which I have to import first. And well, how do you do that now? I don't remember preferences, but I have another window controller that I can copy from. I have a load view function. So hold on, yeah, I have a load view. So oh, this is a view controller, and so I need load window. But I want it to create its own window. It's more like window did load. Perfect. So small timer window did load. That's going to be printed. Let's go back to app delegate and let's set up an instance of that here. I might do it the same way as we did with preferences window controller. So small timer window controller equals small timer window controller. And for now, let's just try to display it no matter what happens. So in my application, did finish launching. Let's do small timer window controller dot. There's a typo. Controller. Let's do. And there's a method to like, order front something, make a key. I mean that's window on that's a method on window. So n as window controller. Let's see here. What can we do? How can you make it show its window? Show window. Let's see if this works. And first I'm gonna say small timer window to make sure that there is a window. Small timer window controller window. Let's see. Okay, so it does not have a window. So we need to set up a window for this guy. Oh, how do you do that? So there are two initializers. One is init with window name, the other is init with window. Or is programmatic, but I want this guy to create its own window. I don't want it to use a nib file, and I don't want to provide a window. So let's go to small timer window controller and let's override load window, and let's say self.window equals ns window. And let me copy this, pretty much the same code as we have here for window creation. Okay, so let's try that. Let's see what happens. I'm not seeing another window, and small timer window does not have a window. So let's, how do we initialize this guy? Just without any arguments, right? Let me see if this is being called. Wait, load window, I think it's gonna be called only if you use an IP file. So maybe I need to use small timer window controller, like window name. I wonder what happens here. But this is kind of stupid. Yeah, okay, now it has a window, and it showed up, which is kind of awesome. I can switch between them. And that's all great, but I don't like that I had to do this. As in, I want to initialize it without nib being passed to it. So maybe I can have my own initializer without any arguments, and maybe I can put all this stuff in here instead of like doing nib name. Okay, you want that, it's fine. I'm just gonna raise an exception because I don't support coding or nib files or anything. Okay. Oh, okay, this is easy then. I call super with window as argument, so I can just say window to variable here, and I can send it to it. And this should be fairly nice. Cool, window is here, it's visible. Let me do one more thing. Let me center it, window center. Can do that, right? And let me make it not titled, and let me make it not resizable and not miniature, and like none of this, because this is gonna be forced upon you unless you change it in your preferences. And the dimensions of this window will be something small like this, so 350 by 150. Or let's do like somewhat rounder numbers. So is it centered now? It is centered. I want to make it like always on top. Window always, NS window always on top. Keep NS window front. Set level, and we say NS status window level. Let me see if that works. Window, but that level equals NS window level status, maybe. What kind of levels are there? Floating. I think what I need is floating. Probably. Let's try floating. Because I want it to float on top. That's, I guess, what we need. Yeah, this is perfect. Okay, hold on. Well, I can rewrite it like that. That's going to be a little more concise. Okay, I can't wait to put some UI in this window. I just can't wait to do that. But what another thing I'd like to, hold on. Let me run the app first. Okay, it has a shadow and has all of that. I'm gonna want to make it like round. I want more rounded corners. So it looks like I skipped something I was not supposed to skip. Maybe titled. Okay, but first, before I test that, let's go to this window controller. And as I set up my window here, I'm also gonna set up a view, and I'm gonna set up a view right here. So let's create a new file. It's gonna be SwiftUI file. We'll call it small timer. It's gonna be a classic SwiftUI view. Let me copy from here. I don't remember how to do that. Let's import SwiftUI, and let's do var body some view, and let's return group with a text. Hello world. And one thing I want to do right now is give it a background color, because this is going to be your timer break. So it needs to have some nice green color. Let me just pick one like super quick. I don't know why I'm using online picker. Why am I doing this? Like, it's not even useful. Let me just pick a color like this one for now. Let's go to my color file and let me do. So this is actually I think I could probably use this green color right here, just my existing green color. So color it green for now. This will be fine. Okay, before I do that, let me go to app delegate and let me see how do I instantiate NS hosting view because I don't remember. So I do it like this. So let me go back to my small timer window controller and I'm gonna say window.content view equals NS hosting view. I think I'm gonna have to import SwiftUI in order to do that. And root view will be content view, which I don't have instantiated yet, but I can do it right now. Let content view equal. And let's do small timer, which I'm not seeing. Should be right here. Oh, it's called content view here. Let's rename that timer view, small timer. This should work. That worked. So now the window should have green background. It does, but its size is completely off. So let's fix the size. Let's go to the timer view. What is it? Small timer view. And let's do frame here. And let's just force the frame to be exactly what I set up here, which may not be the right way to do it. But for now, it's going to be good enough. Interesting. Okay, that's interesting. So what happened here? Why is this frame not applied? Maybe if I like do frame first and color then, maybe that will work, but I'm not sure. Yeah, that worked. So, I mean, what I would prefer to do is to make this SwiftUI view expand to fill window that it's in, you know. Let's see some options here. I should use infinity as the max width. It's so interesting. I didn't think that should work, but let me just try it real quick. Let's do max width infinity build. I'll do the same thing for height. Max height infinity. Yeah, that worked. So this is a little bit cleaner because now I define window size in one place and the view just expands to fill it. So, what else? What else? Well, this title. I don't want to use this title, but also I want the window to have rounded corners. NS window without title rounded. See, now it doesn't have rounded corners. So that's so strange. How do I do that? Oh, this is what? Title visibility. Movable by background, that's nice, we want that. I'm gonna do that right now. Window to movable by background. True. But let's restore title here. I mean, this is gonna take some playing around with, but maybe I can just go in window title bar appears transparent. True. Let's see if that might help. It did not. Let's do window dot title. What was it? Title visibility. Hidden? Hidden. Let's see if that should do anything for us. Nope, didn't. Shows toolbar button. Title appears transparent. They still have titled window mask and resizable. And they have full size content. I have that too. I don't need resizable. Movable, I have that. I have that. I have hidden. Shows toolbar. I can try doing that, but I don't know if that's gonna do anything for us. Let me try it. No, they didn't do anything. So now they're just hiding all of the buttons manually. So like maybe I should do that, like hide all these buttons. But I'm not seeing any buttons. Why would I hide them? Right. Well, I'm seeing them now. Oh, okay, unneeded. It's funny. I don't know. Opaque. I realize precise round corner to make a precise round corner. That's great, but maybe I should do opaque. Was it false? It was false. Let's try hiding those buttons manually like they do. Like all of this, all of these. Nope. I mean, it worked, but it's still showing the title bar. Full-size content view. But I'm doing the same thing for the main window. No, I have these controls there. Title visibility, I get the same thing. Appears transparent, I get the same thing. Full-size content view, I have that. I don't have resizable, but that shouldn't matter. Oh, come on. NS window hide title bar. Is this the same question? Borderless, of course. That's gotta be it. Borderless. Titled and borderless. Maybe it doesn't have to be titled anymore. No, that didn't work. Okay, it can't be titled, of course. No. Dang it, what am I doing wrong? They just do NS borderless window mask. Oh. Title bar appears transparent. I have the same things. I have the same things. Hold on. What was that? No. No. Oh, look. This is kind of what I want, right? I mean, if I just... Hold on. The thing is, right here, I'm using root view being content view. And this content view has some things set up to ignore the safe edges, ignoring safe area. So I have to do the same thing here, like that. Maybe I can clean this up a little bit. And then I can just have the same settings that I got from my app delegate. Let me comment these boys. So I can do, let's just copy all of these for now. Let's keep these two the same way they are now. Show doesn't matter. And let's try it now. Because I think making that edge ignoring thing is the perfect. Okay, so this is good. Now I can hide the buttons if I wanted to, but I don't want to hide all of them. Let me just try removing titled feature for a second. Okay, so I need to keep the titled feature, but I can remove these guys, and that way there will only be the close button, which I may or may not want to keep around. Okay, so these buttons are still visible, but I'm pretty sure I can hide them by doing what they do here. Hide, oh no, not this one, but this one. Yeah, it's the same thing they're doing in the Stack Overflow thread. Ooh, nice. Okay, so I got the close button still. And if I wanted to, I can get rid of it. Depends on whether I want to force users to go to preferences to hide it. I think I'm gonna want to do it this way, because this is kind of cool, that it's always there, annoying you, reminding you that you have to get back to work. Let's try to do opacity. NS window opacity. Just a few more seconds, okay, please. Oh, alpha value. So window.alpha value equals 0.8. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going for. Okay, I'm gonna do one last thing, app delegate. I wanna make this thing actually work for a sec. So I'm gonna go and connect my timer state to this content view, like that. And I'm gonna go to my progress view, I think. No. It's called clock view, yep. And it has, this guy will render the clock. So, wait a second, what's going on here? I'm gonna do like timer state dot. There's no singleton going here, so let's make it as argument here, timer state, like that. Let's go to app delegate, and when we instantiate this one, let's pass it timer state, if we can do that. Probably not. Oh yeah, we can do that, awesome. Is it because it's lazy? No, yeah, if it's lazy, it can use instance variables like that. So that's cool. So I sent my timer state here now. So that means my, my small timer can now render my clock view. I really wonder what's gonna happen here. The color's gonna be off, right? But, oh yeah. So now, if I run here, it's gonna be perfectly synced between the two. And I'm gonna make this guy, okay, of course okay, let me pick this one last thing. And let me do like var color, Swift color instance, and it's optional. So this will be like self.color, and if there isn't one, we'll take it from timer state. Stop build. Let's see if such thing would work. It worked. So now I can say color color.white and run. Okay. Oh, but I really want to use black here because this shade of green is more like yeah. Well, okay, that's not perfect. One last thing I promise. I'm just gonna make it go. I want to make it automatically centered, like in the corner of your screen, right? So, NS window move to corner of the screen. Totally set frame top left point. This is awesome. So this is a method on NS window. That's awesome. So let's do small timer window controller, and instead of centering, set frame something. Top left point. I mean, I would prefer top right point, but I don't think you can do that. So let's do NS point. And now I have to go because I need to get to my real job in a bit. But I just wanna try. Okay, this is top left. It's not, right? Let's increase this one. Maybe it has to be -20. I mean, I don't care where the window is positioned. It can be in the bottom here. The point is for this window to only appear during a break and to kind of be forced upon user, just as a reminder that you have a break running. But it should also only appear if your main window is not visible. So, and I'm not going to do that now because I really have to go. But that's the next step, basically. So this kind of works. It's synced with the state. The logic of when it appears and when it disappears is not done yet, but that will be done soon also. And this is super simple to do. Like, imagine that all the real code I had to do was this, right? Just reuse the existing clock view and changed its color. And I had to do a bit of coding for this controller, and this is like standard Cocoa code, but this is fine. I had no problem doing that. This was actually quite a good deal of fun. So I'm really excited how easy this is. Okay, I'll be back. See you later. How do I stop it?